You can go and get with a single baby mama. God forbid you get a prenup. And then you do it the right way. Because it ain't just getting a prenup. You also got to make sure that she didn't sign it under duress. You see what Jeezy going through right now? Jeezy done went from, hey guys, listen, we gonna be amicable and we gonna parent together, to knock down, drag down, ugly divorce. And she signed a prenuptial agreement. She disputed it and said, hey, listen, I ain't even read it. I signed that under duress. You got to do it a certain way. How do I know? Because I had the lead attorney on my show and he broke it down specifically. He said, listen, Anton, prenups can be ironclad if you go about doing it the right way. I said, what's the general idea, lead? Shout out to the lead attorney. I said, what's the general idea, lead? How do you go about having an ironclad situation to where the prenuptial agreement has to stand in court? He said, well, listen, you got to make sure that she get her own lawyer. I'm giving you the cliff notes. He said you also got to make sure you give it to her within an amicable amount of time, probably like 6 months out from the time that y'all get married, so that she can't say that she signed it under duress or it was a situation where it was a last minute decision and she didn't know what she was doing. That way she would be able to contest it. I said, wow, really? He said, yeah. Yeah, and it costs money to be able to get her own lawyer, take care of it, make sure she's reading it thoroughly, that she understands it, that she signs it, that she understands exactly what all of the terms is. She even may be able to go back and renegotiate and propose to you something different. And ironically enough, the Jewish community, this is a standard within the Jewish community. You have to have a prenuptial agreement. That is just a set standard. You know what's fraud also? The fact that we don't get to do paternity tests at birth. You know why they don't want to do it? Because they want to continue to run the Ponzi scheme on y'all. It's a finesse. Listen, the only logical thing to do, it's a basic, fundamental human right. I mean, good God, we abolished slavery. We didn't abolish financial slavery, but we definitely abolished the regular slavery. Okay, so you don't get whipped right there, but you get whipped in the court. Got it. They're advocating updating family court laws to where you require paternity at birth so you could take care of a whole nigga all the way up until your death. And we never even knew that that wasn't your child. Wow, that's fraud. And ain't nobody going to jail for it. That's fraud. The only thing that people got is hurt feelings. And women are so evil to where they will take that shit to the grave. They will never tell you, nigga, you just gonna have to figure it out. They'll run interference for the next 50, 60, 60, 70 years. That's fraud. You finessing. You lying. You operating under false pretense. And God forbid that you marry this chick and then, I see a lot. Let me tell you what the real finesse is. Let me tell you what these step baby daddies is really doing. They are getting with these women and they're legally adopting the kid and completely absolving the father of any responsibility of the kid whatsoever. I said, sheesh. Who put that in place? How the fuck that happen? How the fuck did that happen? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. And guess what? If you get divorced or she break up her family, you that baby pappy. You paying child support for another nigga kid that you voluntarily went into that relationship with and got with his mother and you took a 2-for-1 deal. You took a bad deal. How many of y'all niggas actually would go to the store and get a 2-for-1 for something bad? Like, how many of y'all would get like a new condom and a used condom and pay extra for it at the same time? How many of y'all would actually go in and buy one bed, but you get a second one with termites in it? Nigga, that's what the same logic of what it is when you get with a woman that already have a child by a nigga that she broke up her family with. How many of y'all will go in to buy new furniture, but you also get a mattress with termites in it? Because the minute that nigga don't like you, he gonna say, nigga, you ain't my daddy. And he gonna challenge you. Because when he get big enough and he get strong enough, and he might beat your ass too. He might beat your ass too. How many of y'all would actually go in and buy used food? How many of you niggas actually went dumpster diving? It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable. And then you know what they tell you? Well, you're not a real man. What do you mean I'm not a real man? When did I not become a real man? You're not a real man because you're not willing to take care of another man's kids. What? Who made that standard up? A real man will actually be able to shoulder the burden of the community. Who came up with these rules? And when did we start adopting them as our cultural norm? How did you not become a real man because you said, I don't really like package deals. I like to get exactly what I pay for. I'm not looking to get anything extra. I don't want anything free. I just want to get what I paid for. I came in here, I ordered what I ordered. I just want to get my package and I want to leave. I didn't want anything extra. I didn't want no surprises. I didn't want no goodies. I didn't want a thank you card. I just wanted to get what I wanted to get and leave. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to owe you nothing. I don't want you to feel like you did something for me. I'm going to get what I asked for and I'm going to go. You're not a real man. What? What are you talking about? How am I not a real man because I don't want to take care of your kids? And they actually requiring that you make a lot of money in order to make sure that you can support. Do you know how hard it is to support yourself, nigga? You know what the interest rates are? You know, student loans is just absolutely out of control. You know how difficult it is to just support yourself? Man, listen, I just got a notification because I got my direct deposit. I make an egregious amount of fucking money in corporate America alone. I can't imagine what it's like for regular everyday people. For somebody that makes $60,000 and $70,000 a year, you telling me this nigga, you going, yo, listen. And then they pushing y'all. They're pushing you. Fam, listen. I see women now saying that don't date based off of potential because who that man is, he's probably not going to grow to be anything more than what he is. Now, never mind the fact that that's not true. We're not even going to go there because every man knows that he continues to grow and he continues to make more money until he gets older, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. That's a statistical fact, right? Even near here. But he should be pushing himself to make 60, 70, $100,000 a year or whatever. And then I say, okay, cool. So a man want to grow and he want to make more money. But it always comes back down to the same question. For what?